What is up, everyone? This is time to wrestle with Suplexis. I'm Suplexis, and today I'm gonna present to all of you Royal Rumble. The end is clear. Now, if you didn't watch the SummerSlam, the end is near video. The format is basically I'm gonna fantasy book and I am telling a story that could happen. It might not be likely in some sections, but it could happen. And I'm gonna be doing WrestleMania very soon. Now, the thing with the SummerSlam one, a lot of things I said in that video didn't come to fruition. So, I am recording this on December the 21st at 4 p.m. So, if anything in the wrestling world happens, if The Rock comes back and makes a triple threat at the Royal Rumble for Roman's title, I don't know. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get started. Now, to kick off the night, we have the World Heavyweight Championship match as Seth Rollins defends against Drew McIntyre in a ladder match. Now, right now, it has been announced that on the day one edition of Monday Night Raw, Drew McIntyre will fight Seth Rollins for the title. Now, the way this match ends, Seth Rollins barely scrapes away with the title. Drew's dominating him throughout the match. It is pretty uncomfortable to watch. He keeps targeting his back, but Seth Rollins counters the Claymore into a crucifix pin to win and retain, and afterwards Drew McIntyre goes nuts and he hits a standing power not a power bomb, a spine buster through the announce table to make his statement. So going into the Rumble match, at this point after their second world title match, Drew has become a full-blown heel and he is doing whatever it takes to win that title. Now, the Royal Rumble kicks off. They do the usual welcome to the Royal Rumble. 30 men, 30 women, one person headlines WrestleMania, but all of a sudden, look in my eyes, what do you see? CM Punk Phil Brooks himself comes out and he just straight up walks to the commentary table, and the commentators are confused. But CM Punk, he basically says, I'm gonna be in that Rumble match tonight. I'm gonna win that Rumble match tonight. I am just here to scout out my challengers, to scout out my potential WrestleMania opponents. And I just want to sit back and watch this match. Now, after that, Seth Rollins comes out. I don't know, he does some wacky entrance where this year Florida, he rides a palm tree to the ring, smashes a coconut over his head. I don't know, something like that. And then Drew McIntyre comes out looking badass and pissed off as ever, and both of them, they walk by CM Punk, because these two have called CM Punk out. They are not happy. So, in the ring, Seth Rollins gives the referee the title. The bell is about to ring, but then all of a sudden, Damian Priest music hits, and everyone is shocked. And CM Punk, he looks a little happy on commentary because he doesn't like Drew or Seth because they don't like him. So he looks a little happy, and Damian Priest comes out. He says, I'm cashing in this Money in the Bank briefcase. This is now a triple threat ladder match. And this is a mirror of when Miz made a triple threat when Drew was WWE champion in a ladder match as well. So This goes down. It's a three-way now. For the first time ever, the Money in the Bank is being cashed in at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. So, anyways, they destroy each other in this match. But in the end of the match, the Judgment Day takes out Seth and Drew. They get involved in the match. Finn Balor isn't there for some reason. Because Finn Balor doesn't think he has to help Damian win after they lost the titles to the Creeds. There's been a little dissension, so Finn is not out there, but still, JD McDonagh, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Bloody Ripley caused too much havoc, and in the end of their match, this was pitched to me by Pal Driver. Damian Priest is climbing the ladder. Both Drew and Seth have went through hell and back, and the Judgment Day, they hold them up and they make them watch Damian Priest climb the ladder. He unhooks the title. There is a new champion. And then there's one more thing after the match. So Drew's pissed. He storms backstage. He pretty much proclaims he's gonna get revenge while walking back, and then afterwards, Seth Rollins is walking down the aisle. Then he turns around and he hears people going nuts. CM Punk's walking up the aisle. Everyone's happy. But then CM Punk, he like walks by Seth and does like the shoulder botch. He like shoulders him, when they walk by each other. And this kind of ends. It doesn't get too physical, but both of them are clearly pissed at each other. Seth tries to get involved, but someone tells him to stop. One of the security guards or referees, I'd say. So that is how the night kicks off. We have a new world champion, and the next match is for the United States Championship as Logan Paul challenges Kevin Owens challenges Logan Paul. Now this begins in the current tournament they are running for the number one contendership for the United States Championship. And the winner of this tournament, Kevin Owens, beats Bobby Lashley, Carmelo Hayes to win the tournament, and he is going to the Royal Rumble. Now, this feud involves Logan Paul's new posse, the A-Town Down Under. They become his little posse. These three are the biggest douches in SmackDown history. That is basically their gimmick. And they are causing havoc to Kevin Owens every week. But at the Royal Rumble, Kevin Owens, this is one of the most one-sided matches. Kevin Owens stomps the heck out of Logan Paul. Stunner, he doesn't go for the cover. He keeps beating the crap out of him. But in the end, the ref takes a bump. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller come down, and they are like overpowering Kevin Owens. And even after that, Kevin Owens kicks out of the brass knuckles punch. Even after that, a low blow doesn't get him, a splash doesn't get him, all this stuff doesn't get him. And then they screw it, and they just batter this guy with chairs. They just batter him over and over until he's basically knocked out. 1, 2, 3. Now, the reason I am having Kevin Owens kick out of all these things is he doesn't have too many stories on SmackDown right now. Uh, that's the truth. Ever since he's moved there, he hasn't had too many stories. So, I want to make him look strong for the very least in losing to Logan Paul. That is my goal. But anyways, the next match is Rhea Ripley defending the Women's World Championship against Becky Lynch. And this match is a banger. Uh, so I am giving Becky the match. Some of you might be thinking, Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble. Why not save this for WrestleMania? Well, I think for two reasons. One, you'll find out later on in a different part of the video, in like part 2 or part 3 of the Royal Rumble series. But the main reason is Rhea Ripley needs a legitimate challenger for the title. She hasn't had that really. Zelina Vega, Natalia, Raquel, they don't pose a challenge. So Becky Lynch is a big name. She won the main event of a Wrestle Frickin' Mania. So Becky Lynch fights Rhea Ripley for that championship, and they put on an awesome match. Like, I don't know if they could go beyond 20 minutes because the Rumbles are going to take a lot of the show up, but they have an amazing match. But the story is Rhea, she's a juggernaut. She's been running the division, and it's not super one sided. But Rhea has most of the offense, and Becky just never say die. She kicks out of a riptide, and the crowd thinks she's gonna win it. Manhandle slam, Rhea Ripley kicks out, both of their best moves, but then Becky makes a fatal flaw in the match. She goes for the disarmer, she's got it locked in, but then Rhea Ripley, she pushes her off of it, and Becky face first into the turnbuckle. Kind of like Charlotte on the ring post at WrestleMania, it's lights out from here. And after this, Rhea goes to town. Big boot. She hits a riptide, but she doesn't go for the cover. She hits another one. The announcers are shocked. And then she locks in the brutalizer, her submission hold. And Becky Lynch, she fights, fights, and fights. Tries to get the ropes, but Rhea pulls her back in, and she's fading, and eventually she passes out. The winner by referee stoppage, Rhea Ripley, is still the women's champion. And as I hinted at earlier in this match, this Rumble series, this is too big. It's gonna take too long to just put in one part. It's gonna take too long to just do in two parts. So I'm gonna give you the roadmap right now. Part 1. This video, we went over an opening world title match. We went over a United States Championship match, a personal one. And to end it off, we had a heartbreaking loss with Rhea Ripley retaining her title. And then part two will see the first Royal Rumble match. The Women's Royal Rumble. 30 competitors, one winner. And in addition, that part will include the Undisputed Championship match between Roman Reigns and Randy Orton. And the third part, the main event of the evening, the Men's Royal Rumble match. 30 competitors, one winner over the top rope. So there's the roadmap, and the reason I gotta dedicate an entire part, you might be thinking, Suplexis, can't you just do two parts? Because it's 3 matches. But the thing is, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna go through the entire Royal Rumble match. That might be a longer video, but I'm gonna do that. I hope you enjoy that video. I am having so much fun doing this series from SummerSlam. The end is near to Survivor Series Unforgiven. Now, Royal Rumble, the end is clear. I am having so much fun doing this series. And I hope you all enjoyed as well. And like I foreshadowed in the summer, one more thing, WrestleMania Future Slam 3. The end is here. Will be coming very, very soon as well. Thank you for watching. This has been Suplexis. Have an amazing day and stay tuned for parts 2 and 3.